I sincerely thank you for being there for me, helping me in my high school life. You are a father figure to me, and thank you.
From a small village of Kiandumbi in Kivani Sub-County, Makueni County, and now a third-year student at University of Nairobi Faculty of Arts, I meet Paul Wambua. At the age of 20 years, he has encountered everything a young person of his age would not fathom bearing. From losing a father as a young child, mother getting remarried in just the next village, being tossed from a relative to another, not being able to sustain his studies in high school, and now in third year at UN, still relying on well-wishers and the University of Nairobi's College of Humanities and Social Sciences for most of his support, which is barely enough.
Unfortunately, I lost my dad after my primary education. It's okay. And now after that, 2 years later, or I think a year, I don't actually quite remember the whole thing, but my mother happened to marry again.
Commencing high school was the most difficult part of all his ordeals. He was without anyone to help him through high school.
I managed 324 marks that qualified me to join high school, and fortunately I enrolled, and so I initially experienced some problems because from my father's family, they have these issues of witchcraft and everything, and at some point I got entangled with the same, and I was experiencing these all problems in school, and I couldn't quite manage. So in my form 2, after leaving my father's home to my mother's, my mother could not manage to raise the amount that was required for my school, and then it was quite an ordeal because it meant that now something had to be done to salvage my education.
He always watched the school gates from a distance if any relative will walk into the compound and help him get even a term's school fees.
Apart from not being able to be in good terms with all my family members, it came a point whereby I wasn't sure with myself and what I wanted in life, and life had bruised me to that extent. So I'm talking to my class teacher, and my class teacher tells me, I think, because my class teacher happened to be a former student of that very same principal, and he had helped him. So he said that it's good we go and talk to the principal, because I mean he's the head of the school.
He wasn't as worried for shopping, as this to him was luxury that never crossed his mind. He was one of the top performers in his class. This awed the principal. He wanted to find out why the young lad was not able to pay school fees.
From what my principal told me, I was a promising student, and something needed to be done because my family couldn't raise the amount. So what happened is that I explained myself to the head teacher, the principal, and the principal was kind enough to hear my story out, and he sort of gave me a chance in education, and he basically saw me through high school. The principal offered to help with my shopping and like everything, my fees and everything. So I was like living in school at the mercy of the principal. He was like a father to me for the better part of my 3 years in high school, and I really thank him for that. And
when Paul cleared high school after sitting his KCSE exams, just before leaving the school gate, Mr. Mulwa called him to his office.
He said that once you pass, you just come and collect your everything. I'll have cleared your fees for you, and yes. But if you don't, then it's upon you. After you are done with your studies, whatever you will be done, you will come back to the school and pay the amount.
What grade did you get in KCPE?
I managed a B+.
You managed a B+, and therefore you didn't pay your school fees. You just came and picked your certificate.
Yes, I just went and picked. And
was he happy?
He was very happy. Yes, actually, because he's the one who called me.
Wow.
And he even sent me the fare to go and pick it. Yes, he was that good.
This is very awesome. Are you people still in touch?
Yes, we are in touch. Yes, from time to time.
He had a small fundraiser that got him 30,000, which he used to pay his first academic year's fees.
I joined the university in 2017, and before joining campus I was working, and there's this woman, let me call her a lady, who helped me to organize an Arambe that raised only 36,000, which helped me to pay for my first academic year and also helped me to just stay in Nairobi and yes, have meals and everything, upkeep and everything. And so for my second year, I didn't have anywhere to source the money because again, we had a fallout with the lady who had helped me for my first year. So in my second year, I had to pull resources from here and there. So what I did, I basically used Timiza and these all soft lending money apps, and I managed to pay for my second year. And then for my third year,
You raised cash through,
Timiza
borrowing
and
from
borrowed.
this app.
Yes. I borrowed, and unfortunately up to today I haven't returned the amount. For my third year, I was fortunate enough to be shortlisted for an interview with the Department of Literature, whereby I was among the shortlisted persons who were supposed to go for an exchange program, and it's through there I got to meet our departmental chair, who I briefly shared my story with, and then she offered to pay for my third academic year, which she did.
So as a university, we've been very much concerned about such cases, not even him alone, but this specific one, to make sure that he's able to study, secure a room at the hostel, and also through counseling, because we do that to students. I've been helping him also because I'm part of the university, to also make sure that he, he's able to identify coping mechanisms.
Paul still appeals to anyone to help him pay his fourth year's fee and support his sister's education. Valentine Mwindi, his sister, is in Form 2 and stays with her foster family in Kangundo.
Honestly, I have no idea, but I believe if I have managed high school, I'm now in my third year. God has happened all through, so I believe it's going to happen for my fourth year.
With the help of Paul's former class teacher, Mr. Sombe, Tuko tried to reach Mr. Mulwa, the then principal, but he did not pick our calls and never responded to our texts. We thought he wants his act of kindness to speak for itself and not for himself.
Mr. Mulwa, I think there's no any English word that has been crafted in the history of man that I can at least use to thank you. I mean, there's literally no word that I can use, but I sincerely thank you for being there for me, helping me in my high school life. You are a father figure to me, and thank you.
Reporting for Tuko, I'm Dickens Ngicho.